Hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I am Alinga Sise of Urban Harvest Organic Farm. For all of you who have subscribed to my YouTube channel, I am so grateful. And for those who are still new, please kindly consider subscribing to the YouTube channel. Click on the notification bell so that you never miss out any upload. Today I'm super excited because we are going to go inside the farm and do our daily routine as farmers. But also I want us to know that I have changed the feeding timetable for our birds. Like initially I was giving them early morning. Now like this week 5 they are taking 24.5 kilograms of feeds. So I was giving them 20 kilograms in the morning, and then the 4.5 I give late in the evening, like at 7 or 8, because I was switching off like the lights like a bit late. Sometimes I wake up at 2 and then I switch off lights. But from yesterday I started switching off lights at exactly 11. I'm switching off the lights simply because one of you advised me that we should switch off the lights early so that these birds they rest and the feed conversion will be very okay in this bird. So that is what I have decided to start doing. And then also some of you are asking, how are you giving the birds the feeds? Like I was giving them like in 2 different portions. In the morning, I give the bigger portion, and then in the night, I give the small portion that is remaining. But I have decided that I'm going to give them all the feeds in the morning, simply because their appetite has gone so high. You give them the feeds within like a few hours, you find all the feeders are empty. So I have decided I will be giving them all the feeds at once. Like if it gets done, I'm not going to add any feed. And then at night at exactly 11 p.m. I'll switch off the light. So that is the changes that we have. And then we haven't yet bought the feeder, simply because I went to the wholesale shop where I was supposed to buy the feeder, since I want many feeders, and they told me it was out of stock, because I saw that when we are to buy from the retailers we would spend almost 100,000 extra. So that was going to be a bit expensive. So probably next month, because they told me by next month the feeders are going to be there. So I'll keep checking on them. So that is why we haven't yet changed the feeders. But by this stage, you should change the feeders to the bigger feeders, because those ones which are small is no longer even enough for this birds. But then also I want us to know that we are still treating the chronic respiratory diseases. So I think today will be the last day giving them the herbs, because all these drinkers, if we put, they'll end up drinking the water today and tomorrow. Because I heard some of you were asking, how do we put these herbal remedies? Should we put only in the morning and then during the night we don't? Please, when you're giving the herbal remedies, make sure that you put for these birds throughout the day and night. If we say consecutive days, it means throughout those 5 days they will only be drinking the herbs. So now let us go inside and first give them the feeds. But one thing you must remember is that biosecurity is very important. And then also this water, someone might ask me, Alinga, how often are we supposed to change the water? Please make sure that it should not exceed 5 days. You change and again put clean water plus the disinfectant. So let's go inside and feed our birds. So guys, you can see the birds are really very active, running up and down. Actually, the birds that were very tiny, it is only this one that is left without feathers, okay? But the rest, you can see this one also, the feathers are coming out well. The feathers are coming out well, can see. But the rest of the tiny birds, all of them now have put on feathers very well. Actually, I should look for one. Maybe if I can get. You have also this one. Can see it is also putting on feathers very well. So you see these tiny birds, they will even end up laying very well. So let's first feed the birds, and then after that we shall give them the drinking water, and then shall go and rest. But as farmers, whenever you enter your chicken house, you have to move throughout the farm to check if your birds, maybe some of them have not died. Guys, make sure that after sieving your concoction, you have to, the residue, you should mix it with their feeds. Because one of you asked me that what about if you don't sieve it? It is very important to sieve it, okay? And also for those who are using cages, you must always sieve it. And when you sieve it like this, those residues mix it with the feed. So I am now done adding the feeds inside the feeders. But one thing that I want us to learn is that make sure that you put feeders which are enough for all your birds. Because if you can see, I have birds that have nowhere to feed. Okay, you can see other birds are just here. They have nowhere to feed. They are waiting for their friends to first finish and leave for them space to come and feed. This is typically very, very wrong. You as a farmer, you must plan for your feeders early enough so that by the time when the birds are getting older, you have already put for them enough feeders in a way that all the birds can feed at the same time. Because this case where other birds are feeding, others are not feeding, it makes your production in future not to be uniform. These are cases where you find other birds lay this day today, tomorrow other birds do not lay, because the way they grew up was not equally the same, simply because of negligence of not putting enough feeders, just a mere not putting enough feeders for all your birds. So this is something new that I wanted us to learn from my experience as a beginner or as farmers. This issue whereby other birds are feeding, others are not feeding, simply because just a mere feeder is not enough for them, that is totally off. Okay, so that is what I want us to learn today. So for that matter, we are going to be forced to buy feeders from retailers so that we avoid this, because honestly these birds are very active, very aggressive. You can see, very aggressive. Okay, they even now know that the feeds come from the door. When you're getting in, you find all of them running towards you. So that is a very good sign of birds that are going to perform very well. So we should also make sure we do our best for our birds to perform well. Let the failure of these birds not to be because of our own reasons, okay? Our own fault. So let your birds not fail in production because you, as a farmer, you did not do your part. So right now I'm going to give them the drinking water and then we shall call it a day. See you right back. So you have to remember that in the feeds, we have mixed their charcoal. In the 600 kilograms of feeds, I managed to put there 5 kilograms of charcoal. That is very important for you to know. And for some of you who didn't watch that video, how we are mixing the feeds. Charcoal is very important to be mixed with this chicken's feeds. And at the end of it all, we shall all be here to witness the results. And for those who are new, remember these are birds that we are raising them without giving any antibiotics, any vitamins. We are only giving the organic remedies, and we are doing the vaccination, especially when they are young at this age. But when they pass this age, we are not going to do any vaccination again. We shall only be focused on our organic remedies. So these birds purely organic. So if you're new in this channel, just know here we're using only organic remedies. We are not using anything apart from that. So for today, that is all I had for you. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for always coming back. Thank you so much for your wonderful love and support. And if you're still new, please consider subscribing to the YouTube channel. Click on the notification bell so that you never miss out any upload. Share this video, comment in the comment section down below, and I'll be so grateful. And let us all not forget to give the video a thumbs up, and I'll be smiling. And don't forget, tell me which country you're watching me from, and I'll be so grateful. See you next time. I love you all. Bye-bye.